Hello and welcome. My name is Valeria Prieto, and this time I want to show you one of my paintings that I was working with. It's called Chaos and Grace. I started this painting basically inspired in the beauty of the white swans. To me, swans has been almost an equivalent as unicorns. They look almost surreal, and since child I picture them as fantastical creatures with those long necks making heart shapes when they are with a partner, and I love those big white heavenly feathers. I never saw a real swan when I was child, only in books, cartoons and paintings where they look so beautiful and dreamy on beautiful landscapes. I am not sure when I saw a swan for first time. I think it was here in St. Louis a few years ago. I decided to paint a swan as it was in my bucket list. I just had a simple picture of reference without any background. So what I did was to play with many textures, blending them into abstraction. Once I had my sketch ready, I realized about the visual feeling. It was clear to me it was about chaos and grace. This painting, it's a combination between realism and abstraction, and I was working with acrylics and oils. I have enjoyed the time and process of this painting during cloudy and rainy days, after several tornado alerts and a devastating tornado we had in the city. It is funny how every time I do a painting, the painting becomes part of my reality. For example, when I was working with this, I was feeling very distracted and annoyed on my studio. I felt I needed to put order, clean, make space, redecorate, but was not happening only in my studio, but also in my emotions. I felt chaotic, like the background of my painting, with feelings scattered everywhere in the air. In a way, I knew while I was painting that this had to be happening in order to discover and to work with my inner chaos, so I let the paintbrushes to dance. This is the first abstract painting that I plan. Every brushstroke is planned, every color, every line. Why? Because this was my way to control and to put order into chaos. I worked by sections of 9 squares, painting one by one. The chaos has to be perfect even in the mess. Large blooming flowers in the shades of magenta, crimson, powdery yellow and deep greens seems to emerge from the canvas, merging with splashes, drips and bold brushwork that gives the piece a sense of modern spontaneity. But here comes grace. At the center, we can see the swan, painted with lifelike details. The swan's elegant neck curves with poised dignity, and its wings are slightly lifted, suggesting movement, power, and poise. Its feathers rendered in delicate layers, brushstrokes that captures the softness and purity of the plumage. The sun floats on a reflective surface, anchoring the composition in calmness amid the visual chaos, symbolizing serenity, beauty, or perhaps the persistence of grace in a turbulent world. I like to think that I am a swan. I'm the only one who can change or embrace the chaos and go through it with grace, calm, and gentleness. This work is both dynamic and contemporary, inviting you into a dreamlike space where natural elegance mixes with abstract emotions. At the end, I have embraced chaos. I have played with it and turned it into art. I have given a place for it, order and meaning. Chaos reveals how little we can truly control. Plans can collapse, people can change, and life can shift in an instant. So, for natural disasters to personal breakdowns, chaos often destroys all systems, ideas, relationships, but that destruction can be the soil for something new and better. We can grow after loss, we can reinvent our identity, innovate through necessity, and we can shape our reality. The universe itself began in chaos. So many spiritual traditions see chaos as a womb of possibilities. It reminds us that order and chaos are not enemies, they are partners in transformation. Chaos itself is neutral. It's a response that defines whatever it becomes, a crisis or a transformation. Some people can grow stronger through adversity. Some others just get stuck and they don't want to change. So learning to pause, to reflect and act wisely in chaos builds resilience. With chaos, emotions are messy but meaningful. Chaos in our world, grief, confusion, anxiety shows what really matters, like what we fear losing, where we have outgrown something, what truths we're being avoiding. Also with chaos, impermanence is real. Chaos breaks attachments. It reminds us life is always moving and that nothing lasts forever, like pain, joy, love, or loss. So this awareness can help us to live more fully in the present. So, from chaos, life steers. From life, art speaks. And I hope you have enjoyed this video and the process of the painting and the story of the painting, of course. And don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share, and see you next time. Bye!